Well, 12:49, and switching gears now to something we don't really like to talk about, funerals. They are often one of life's biggest and last expenses. And planning ahead, it can be uncomfortable, but it can save money and help ease the burden on your loved ones. Senior health correspondent Monica Robbins has some practical advice on how to navigate the process and what to watch out for.
For nearly half a century, Deloris Evans thought her passing would not be a burden for her family. Decades ago, she bought a prepaid funeral plan.
I got that when I was young, thinking I was prepared.
But there was a big problem. Deloris recently found out she was caught in a scam. She got this letter saying her prepaid funeral contract is worthless and denied by the funeral home. The FBI says the company behind it stole nearly $500 million from families across 16 states. The fraudsters went to prison more than a decade ago. Deloris recovered just a few $100s and must start over. Today, there are better consumer protections. The Federal Trade Commission now enforces what's known as the funeral rule. The rule makes it possible for consumers to be aware of costs.
Now you have more options than ever before to plan your funeral on any budget.
There are several ways to cover funeral costs. One is a payable on death bank account. Money you set aside for funeral costs can be transferred to someone you trust when you die. Another is final expense insurance, which can pay $5,000 to $25,000. But watch out, premiums may cost more than the benefit, and some policies have a timeline, meaning you must pay for years before it covers the funeral in full. Visit a few local funeral homes and ask about prices and packages. You can select what you want, like a visitation, service, and care of the body. When you call or visit a funeral home, it must provide a general price list, covering goods and services such as embalming and the use of a hearse.
Funeral homes often sell caskets and vaults, but you can shop around. It might sound a little creepy, but you might find a better deal at Costco, Walmart, or even Amazon.
The cost of cremation could range from about $2,000 to more than $6,000. And once your plan is final, be sure to tell your loved ones. Monica Robbins, 3 News.
And some other costs to be aware of here. Cemetery plots, those can cost $2,000 and upwards. And headstones, they can cost another $1,000 to $3,000. And while writing your own obituary, you may feel a bit uncomfortable. Leaving a list of names that you want mentioned ensures that no one is left out.